What's the deal, everybody? It's your main man Druuill, and here we are enjoying another stream. All right, so hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Share this video. Shout out to everybody that's watching this video. Shout out to everybody tuned into the live stream. Carlo, what's going on, man? How are you today? Shout out to all the hard workers out here in the world. All right, shout out to everybody, grinding. Okay. Shout out to everybody from wherever you are. Okay. I mean, it's not necessary for you to put your personal business out there like that in these YouTube streets. But if that's what you feel you need to do, hey, by all means. But if you like something, hit that like button. I think today's topic will be a great discussion to have. Shout out to everybody, man. Yeah, I promise not to make it weird for y'all if y'all don't make it weird for me. So as long as nobody's in here, as long as we're not making it weird for each other, hit the like button and tune into this live stream here. So I'm just, I just wanted to take a little poll first before we start. We got 12 people in here. It's 2 minutes. How many people are either at work at their place of employment, or work from home? So let me know as you come into the live stream. Let me know if you are holding down your job, holding down your place of employment, or you working from home. Okay, we already got one person making it weird. That's the way your mind works, not mine. So that's the way you're thinking. So if that's how you think, please do not project. See, look, there you go. Please do not project your homosexuality onto other people. All right? That's not cool. That's not cool. Okay? Keep your sexual preferences to yourself. Okay? Keep your sexual preferences to yourself. This is a professional live stream. This is a professional live stream. Okay? And we don't tolerate any of that riffraff. Okay? So if you have some suppressed issues that you are dealing with, there's God, there's Jesus, Jesus Christ. All right, there's Christ. I like to refer to him as Christ. All right, you got Christ. You got healthcare professionals. There's a lot of places you can go and take that attitude, and you can go get you some help. Whatever mental, we deal with all types of mental illness on this channel, just not that one. All right, that you got to go take care of that one on your own. I'm saying, hey, sorry, brother, you definitely got to get your own. Okay. 4 minutes in this thing, and we got 25 people. Shout out to all the 25 people that support this live stream. Andrea, no, I'm not married. Shout out to you for asking some decent questions. So back to our question. I just wanted to see how many people are working, and how many people are working from home, how many people are working at a place of employment. Those types of questions, if you're interested, you have to book a session with me. Those types of questions require you to book a session. So if that's your question, you can hit my email, and that's where that could be discussed. So according to your belief, so be it unto you. All right, according to your belief, so be it unto you. I really don't get upset. I really don't get upset after some people. I really don't get upset over other people's opinions. Everybody's free to have their own opinion. It's just that this is just a weird place to voice it, because you could be watching anybody in the world, you could be doing anything in the world, but you chose to come here. You made a choice to be here. You didn't have to, but you chose to. So we got to do things my way and not your way, not your way. Okay. Um, Shout out to the 27 people. I believe this is going to be a very powerful live stream for what it's worth. So if you guys would like to participate, let me know. Anybody that's serious, okay? I know these types of things bring all different sorts of people. We do our best to ignore them and to not focus on them. I just take the energy and I transmute it into something positive. That's what this has taught me. Not everyone deserves a response. Not everything deserves your attention, especially as a TI or someone that deals with negative energy and demonic spirits. Not everything deserves your attention, or not everyone deserves your attention. Not everything deserves a response. So we're about to get into this live stream. I want to know it stands for a targeted individual. You deal with people who are demonically possessed, people who have a wicked spirit, people who like to haunt, people who like to follow, people who like to harass God's children, people who go about their day in a positive way, and for the most part always, if not sometimes, have something good to say. So it just depends what type of person the individual is coming into this thing. So today's live stream is about today's live stream. My beliefs would say yes. I know other people are allowed to believe whatever they want. I personally know what God says about that and how he feels about that, but I'm not here to get into that with anybody because it's my personal belief, and I stand on what God wants me to do, and that's all I could do. I can't make other people change their mind or have a different opinion. All I could do is give my opinion, and all I could do is talk about what I believe in and things like that. Anybody else, you got free will. God gives you free will. So, you have the right to you got the right to do what you want. Okay, where it's going to lead you or take you, that's up to you. Okay, but for those of us who already know what's up, all right, who we already we they're like that. You know what's up. For all those who know what's up, hey, feel free to join hands. Okay, feel free to join me in truth and righteousness and self improvement and self growth, because that's really what it's all about. So everyone that is here for seriousness and to discuss the topic of the live stream, anything that you guys want to talk about, just do me a favor. YouTube live stream etiquette, save it for the end, because at the end of the live stream, I always ask if everybody has questions. I mean, yes, I always ask if anybody has questions. If you have questions that are not related to the topic at hand, we could discuss them at the end. All right. So shout out to everybody. Thank you, Charles, for the comment. Yeah, the cut is fresh. Dude, look me out, man. Dude, definitely look me out. All right. But I'm from where I'm from, um, this would be considered like a fresh cut. Dude definitely did his thing. So I appreciate that compliment. Shout out to everybody. Just know you. Oh yeah, definitely protected, man. Shout out to all the people that know their man. Brian Beard. Yeah, you said a mouthful, sir. You said a mouthful. So my main question, I've been trying to get this question answered. I'm hoping we can stay focused here. How many people are, but I mean, it's up to you guys. You don't have to put your business out there in the streets. I'm just trying to see how many people are working from home, how many people would either prefer, you know what, if you don't want to say you work from home, he said, gotta appreciate a good barber. Straight up, straight like that. Um, if you would rather work from home or would rather work at your office, you could say that. Or if you work from home or if you work at your office, you could say that. You could actually, I just all I could say is stick around my channel. All right, stick around for knowledge, stick around to learn something, stick around for growth. I definitely don't play around when it comes to my studies, and I research a lot of things. I put a lot of time into educating myself. So there are some things that I understand that I'll usher in to a lot of my videos. But as for right now, I'm just taking care of things step by step, day by day. So all I can say is this: stick with the channel. You'll see the growth. You'll see you'll see and hear some things that you may have known or may not have known. But my channel really, I'm into spiritual information. I'm into biblical studies, things of that nature. So I'm into a lot of things. Um, I just I like to learn. I like to study. I like certain information. I don't go in over my head or anything, but it's really, there's really no fear over here. So I may be into some things some people may shun or not be interested in, or but hey, everybody's on their own level, and that's that. So as far as the people in the comment section, if you want to stick around, cool. If not, I understand. Some of the things I discuss is not for all my subscribers, but I mean most of my subscribers already know what time it is. So hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. So let me see. I saw somebody said something about I would definitely prefer to work from home. I like being in my own energy. And that's really that's but back to Larson Johansson. He says the devil really that bad? And that's an interesting question. I'm gonna that's an interesting question. Um it depends on who he's using, or who he's working through, or who allows themselves to be used by him, or who allows him to work through them. And that's just my personal opinion. All right. So there's that. Some people, they take that demonic spirit into the workplace. So that's why most people, I personally believe, are choosing to work from home. They got a break from all the evil that they, or negativity that they, or wrongdoing, possibly even some bullying that they may have experienced at their job. So it's like, once you get away from toxic, negative, narcissistic, devilish energy, there's like a sense of peace that will overcome your spirit. And it's like a lot of people, I personally believe, don't want to go back to that. It's like leaving a job that you know is bad for you and deciding to go back. Nobody's going to want to do that. You're going to be hesitant. You're going to be like, I don't want to go back to that. This is awful. This felt terrible. A lot of people are waking up to the fact that they were either being mistreated at work, or the people at work are just clowns. not even focused on work. Their work focused on your wardrobe, focused on what you had for lunch, focused on who you talk to, who you dating, focused on your social media page, focused on what you do, who you do, where you do, why you do. It doesn't make sense how much immaturity and how much games and how much childish activities take place where you're trying to make your money at. And most people, I believe, have realized that they could just avoid all of that. They could avoid all of that and just work from home, or start a business, or create another way to make money besides having to work for somebody else, especially if you've been working for some years, stacking up those checks, stacking up that money, your bank account full, pockets full, you full because you eating good from working. You like, you know what? Why not take a chance on myself? Like with all the time that people had during, and I hate to keep bringing this up because it was like 5 years ago, but all the time people had to themselves during the Ovid, um, people started to wake up, and not even that. It's just that people are just waking up more and more every day, depending on what type of content you watch, or depending on what type of people you listen to when you're online. Everybody's got a phone today. I mean, unless you that low key, like you just super low key and you just cut yourself off from the world type stuff, and I ain't mad at you. Um, Everybody's got a phone, so people are able to see that there's other ways of doing things. And I'm not sure what generation it was, but they done slapped me upside the head with this one. And I'm probably sure I mean, it's common sense, but when you hear it and you actually think about it, and you take time to ponder on it, there's a lot of truth to it. Whatever you, and this is why, a lot of people make salaries. This is why a lot of people get professional. This is why a lot of people either learn a trade, learn a skill, go to college, or get some type of training, so that way they can receive a salary instead of getting paid by the hour. But for people who get paid by the hour, I saw something. It was like a little TikTok video. The person was like, "It doesn't take an hour to make an hourly wage," and I was like, "Yo, if that ain't the truth, if that is not the truth, it doesn't take an hour to make an hourly wage." So if you're not trying to do anything other than work for another company, maybe your job is the ish. Or maybe you have your dream job. Maybe you have the best job anybody could ever want in life, period. But if you're getting paid hourly, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just came across some information, not that I didn't already notice, but it doesn't take an hour to make what you can make what these jobs are paying you to make in an hour. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. We just had 30 people. I mean, we just had 45 people, and they just knocked them all out. Now we down to 30. Probably got a cool 100 something here, but shout out to YouTube. All right. Anyway, when I heard that, that motivated me. It doesn't take an hour to make what you could make in an hourly wage. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, there's some people could quote all the scriptures in the world, and their job is still making them sick. That's like going to hell and expecting well, hey, you can call, even in the midst of hell, you can call heaven down, but it's not to stay in hell. God, you're not supposed to quote them scriptures and just stay stuck or just stay there. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, even in the midst of hell, you can call heaven down, but it's to make you a little piece of heaven in hell, to help you get up out of there. To me personally, my opinion is not just to stay in a negative situation. I don't want to stay in a negative situation and just stay there because I got some scriptures and because I got my Bible. I want to get the hell up out of there. Personally, that's just how I do things. If it's too negative to where I gotta quote scriptures every day, that means I got a boogie. That I'm taking I'm taking my Bible, I'm taking my scriptures, and I'm seeing if I could put in a 2 weeks notice, and they won't notice that I'm gone. Hopefully, and whether they do, it won't make a difference because I'll be out of there. But I think a lot of people work from home to avoid that, or they realized that YouTube said you ain't grateful for 30, we're gonna give you 22. Um, a lot of people realize that working from home is just it alleviates a lot. Some people may not like it because you may get distracted. You got your TV, you got your couch, you got your work life kind of intermingling or mixing with your home life. I would possibly, see about going someplace, see if you could rent out a professional spot or like an office or something. I don't know. But if you got it like that, or just go into another part of your home or your apartment and just, designate that area for work specifically. But that's always been something that's been in the back of my mind. Like, how would one balance the work from home life at home when you wake up and you don't have to leave your house? You'd have to be disciplined. So I understand why a lot of people rather work from home. But when you weigh things up, it's like, ugh, the stress from being around coworkers, the stress from being around other employees, the stress from dealing with possibly the public, depending on the type of job you have, that could make a person not want to be around that, especially if you have to deal with it day after day, and it's really not benefiting you like that, especially if you're not getting paid what you want. So this is why I always advocate for self-improvement, learning what you want, choosing to do what you want, taking a chance on you. It's not easy, it's challenging, it's difficult, but it can be done if you really want to do it. If you really want to do something, you could do whatever you put your mind to. So I think most people don't want to go back to the office because they just realize how terrible it was being around certain people every day, having to see certain negative faces every day. It's one thing to be depressed or one thing to have a problem, but you're not going to work on it and you just going all the time just, like nobody's going to want to be around that. I know I'm not. I definitely would not want to. That's not me, Um, I wouldn't want to continue to see negative people every day. I wouldn't want negative people all up in my face every day. And the people at work, it's like the people you don't want up in your face just find a reason to just be there. It's like, yo, this person doesn't want to deal with you. You know this person doesn't want to talk to you, but they still find a reason to put themselves in your face. And working at home alleviates that. Most people end up moving from job to job to job to job because it's so toxic. A lot of work environments are toxic. So if you could create a work environment at your home and you can you can figure out a way to work from home, or your job is allowing you to work from home, I would. So they're telling people to work from home. I mean, they're trying to get people to go back to work basically now. Like they're trying to tell people like, hey, don't work from home, go back to work. People don't want to go back to that way of working. People would rather work from home. And if some people are going to take those jobs that other people don't want, so be it. But the thing is, make sure that you're just upping your game. Make sure you're advancing yourself, because all job stands for is just over broke anyway. That's all job stands for, is just over broke. Like I mean, depending on what type of job you have, you can't really live with a job. And I know that's why people, they get training, they get some type of skill, They up their game. But me personally, I would up my, if I have to, not if I have to, but since you have to up your game, why not up it to the highest level? Why not up your game to where it's game over, or you take control of the game, or you're the boss in the game, because the game is life. That's what the game is. The game is life. And if you're going to play it, why not play it to win? Why not play it to the fullest? Why not why not do what you want to do with your life? I was listening to a motivational speech the other day, and this person was talking about this lady. She was taking care of herself. She was professional, college degrees, highly educated, professional job, salary, income, nice home. She had worked for what, 30, 40 years, but she said she hadn't lived. So here's the thing, you have to balance out what you want. A lot of people will do everything they need to do and then realize that they never got to do what they wanted to do. And there has to be a balance. There are things that you have to do that you're not going to like. That's called being disciplined. You may not feel like doing it. You may not want to do it, but you got to do it. And a lot. It's similar to, like, say you're hungry. People are hungry, but not everybody wants to prepare a meal or cook for themselves. But you got to eat. You got to eat. So you may not feel like cooking, but you know you have to eat. So that's really how you have to look at things. It's like, yeah, I may not want to do this, but I know I may not want to go to work, but I know I need money. I may not want to do this, but I know I need to get this done. And that's really what discipline is. Discipline is doing things that you may not want to do or like to do, but your future self will thank you for. That's what discipline is, lining your future self up, not caring about yourself so much in the moment, but doing things, taking care of things, being the type of person that can do something for themselves right now that your future self will be able to thank you for and appreciate you for. So a lot of people are just trying to take a different route when it comes to that, because nobody wants to continue to have to work around. What's up, Ashrai? Nobody wants to continue to have to work around people that they don't like. So if you are one of those types of people that once you get at your job and you don't like being around the people that you don't like, you're gonna have to find something to do to where you can possibly eliminate yourself having to do that. And what a lot of people came to the conclusion to is that working from home allowed them to eliminate having to deal with all the rabble rousers, all the knuckleheads, all the foolishness, all the shenanigans. People trying to make money, people trying to work, people got kids, people got families, possibly a wife or a husband. People got a whole bunch of other stuff that they're dealing with mentally. People could be stressed. You don't know what a person's going through. You don't know what a person is going through. And to have something that you're going through in life, and it's not that you're making it public, or it's not that you're telling everyone, or you're wearing how you feel on your face. It's just that you don't want people playing with you like that. You are allowed to go through things privately and deal with it however you want, and demand the respect of other people to leave you the heck alone. And what working from home has done is, I believe personally, I just would know, because that's what it would do for me. It will relieve a lot of pressure off of me. It will relieve a lot of stress off of me. You don't like me, I don't like you. What we doing in the same environment? You don't like me, I don't like you. What we keep doing, seeing each other for every day? If we have an issue, continue to be in the same place? Why continue to be in the same space? So, me personally, I would choose working from home. Working with other people is cool if you have people that you can work with. I know there are some people who have jobs to where it's the ideal job. It's the best thing smoking. It's something that they love to do. If you, I mean, some people's jobs, you could love your job so much that the people you have to deal with is nothing. I suggest you find a job like that, or you do something that you love. Because you do something that you love, you will be willing to take what comes with it, because you're not going to let anybody take away what's yours, or you're not going to let anybody try to steal your dream from you or knock you off your pivot, because what you're doing is that valuable to you. It's that important to you. But that's what I'm saying. Self-employment, being your own boss, not having to answer to anyone, not having to listen to anybody's negative speak or attitude. People can tell what type of person you are. They say this about people who don't complain, right? They say people who don't complain, they know their finances are good. They know certain aspects of their life ain't doing too bad, if you catch my drift. And people who don't have a lot of things to complain about, they just assume that things are going well for you or working well for you. And a lot of people get targeted off of that at the workplace. So, so and so when complaining about gas prices, so and so don't complain about the price of eggs. Why complain? Like, your faith also makes you targeted as well, because like these demons, they don't have that. They don't have, oh, everything's gonna be okay. Oh, I don't have to worry about this. Oh, this will be taken care of. Everything's gonna be all right. They don't have that. And they could tell. I mean, I'm not sure if it's that deep. My personal experience, that's just my opinion. That's what I felt. That's what it feels like. But when you don't complain about those things, people just automatically assume that everything is going well for you, and then they get to hating, and then they get to start competing and all these other things. And that's where you'll have people who will try to like force you to see that things are going well for them. Like, who's focused on somebody that much at a job, that I need you to know that everything's going well for me. Is if everything is okay, then just go be okay. But they got to target you, and they got to let you know, the person with the faith, the person with the belief, the person that's working on their mind. That's why the Bible says that he who tills his land shall have plenty of bread. You work on your mind, you won't be able to turn those stones to bread. You'll be able to turn those negative thoughts into a positive one. But some people are so negative, they don't know how to turn their mind around so they can turn their life around. And when you're around people like that, they'll see you try to swim, and they'll want you to drown. They'll want crabs in a bucket. So once people realize that I don't have to be around that, I don't have to see this person every day, I don't have to be around this person every day, I don't have to work around this person every day. They said, you know what? Hey, working from home is it. They said working from home is it. Working from home is it. Why wouldn't you want to work from home and avoid all types of weirdos? Like, who brings that energy into a job? Some people's faith and belief is it is what it is. But nobody. I mean, me personally, I can't say nobody, but I don't like hearing people complain about certain stuff. It's like you don't know, you don't have to worry about that. And it's like, it's not that they go off and do it in a little corner. It's not that you walk in on them and they're in the break room having a conversation, and you could just mosey on out of there. Oh, hello. Oh, that's what y'all talking about? Whoa, I'm out of here. It's the fact that they will form like Voltron all around you. They will form like Voltron all around you and try to plant these negative seeds in your mind. And it's like they're trying to force you to think the way they do. They're trying to force you into thinking in a self-destructive, non-productive way. These are people who are, these are people who are sold in with the boss. These are people who are, sold in with the company. So it's like, what are they complaining for in the first place? What they're really trying to do is wondering, they're really trying to get into your business. They're really trying to see how you feel about things. And they're really trying to see where you're at with your finances, your personal life, possibly even your love life if you got one. Um, they're trying to how your family life is going. They're trying to see how you feel about some things, so that way they could try to figure you out, try to you work their witchcraft on you, work their evil on you. Oh, all you got to do is say this, and all you got to do is bring this up, and all we got to, exactly. Don't say nothing. Yeah, don't say nothing. And the easiest way to not say nothing is to stay at home and work if that's your situation. And that's why this is why people want to. This is why nobody wants to go back to work. You acting like going back to work is like is like God opening heaven's gates or something. These jobs are not ideal. They're I mean we're grateful for them. We're grateful we could take care of ourselves, take care of our families. We're grateful we could put food on our table and provide for ourselves and provide for our families. And that's it. Most of the time, people just want to go to work and talk. Now you got people gossiping. You got these immature spirits at these jobs. People want to talk about other people. And then the thing is, if somebody comes to you and talks to you about somebody else, and you don't talk and gossip, then now this person low key could possibly, if they're smart enough, look at you like an enemy, because they, oh, you're the goody two shoes, or oh, the this, the that, or oh, the angel. So it's too much. It's too much weirdness at these jobs. There's too much weird spirits going on. Then they can get rid of you. A lot of people, like I've been called the silent killer. You coming in the job like the silent killer. I can't get on the same level as some people that I'm around. So if it's like, if we're working together and y'all have different values, and environment plays a lot in this too. All right, where you're at, where you live. But if you're chosen, I mean, if you are Ti or whatever you consider yourself, or just someone that just has weird experiences with people that you can't quite put your finger on or explain, it really doesn't matter whether you in a poor environment or what you would call a hood or ghetto, or whether you in the suburbs or a rich area. It's a possibility, God forbid, it's a possibility that you may be experiencing these things wherever you go. You may be experiencing these things wherever you go. And who purposefully, without life advancement, or the 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 being able to see yourself moving forward with the steps that you're taking, and you're not just like a hamster burning yourself out in a wheel. Work, eat, pay rent. Work, eat, pay rent. Work, eat, pay rent. I mean, you got to be in that cycle at some point in your life, but nobody wants to stay there. Well, that's why you get a house. That's why you get a mortgage. That's why you go to college. That's why you get a trade or a skill. I understand all that. But personally, my ideal situation is to get in where I fit in, and then get out, and just be able to work for yourself, be your own boss, take care of things your way. It's no trying. You either you do or you don't, and you can. If you're doing things to get out of the matrix, you're not trying, you're doing it. Don't put a time limit on when you get out the matrix. Just make it reverse what you don't like, and continue to make things better each and every day. Make yourself that much better each and every day. Make yourself that much smarter each and every day. Take some information, take some time to learn something to where you could earn something. Take that information, turn it into money. Take you, because time is money. Time is money. Take your time, invest it in yourself. Go to the library, hit the streets, um, hit the gym, whatever you got to do, whatever your thing is. Hit the studio, whatever your thing is. Put time into what you want to do, because whatever odds are, whatever you're thinking about, that's what you're gonna do. All right. What's that guy's name? But anyway, whatever you think, Earl Nightingale said, "What you think is what you become." If you only see yourself as a worker bee, that's what you will be. Earl Nightingale said, "We become what we think about." All right. So if we become what we think about, why wouldn't you want to work your mind a certain way to where you can have what you want in life, be what you want in life, and do what you want in life? That should be the goal, and not that is the goal. That's what you should make your goal. So don't put a time limit on your success. If you're taking a step every day, and at the end of a 365-day year period, you took 365 steps, but you're not where you want to be, you're 365 steps closer. At least you're moving. A inchworm or a caterpillar, all they can do is move like this. But if it's better than just no movement, no motion at all. A step towards where you want to go in the right direction is better than contemplating it, not trying, not doing anything, not believing in yourself, and taking no steps at all. I'd rather have people look at me crazy and me work my way to where I want to get, or I'd rather, things may not be whatever other people may view, but it's not about what other people think, and it's not about what other people say or how they feel about your situation. Don't don't get caught up in comparing yourself to other people and what they got going on. That's not your business. What other people think about you is none of your business. What other people have going on in their life is none of your business. Just make sure that you're doing all you can do, and every day you're taking steps to get closer to where you want to get. Real, actual steps. So find something that you love to do, because that's why you're here. God didn't put you here to work for somebody else's company and work somebody else's dream for a million years and then die. That's not why you're here. God put us here with a purpose, and we're supposed to make some plans around that purpose to become what we want, so we can be, do, and have what we want. And if working from home allows you to do that, so be it. But even if you have to work a job, even if you have to be around people you don't like, even if you have to be at a place that is not ideal, you just have to really work. You really have to work on your goals, whether you feel like doing it or not. You're going to have to push yourself, and you're going to have to stay disciplined if that's really what you want. If results is what you really want, results is what you'll really get. But you have to make time. You have to use your time wisely. You got to utilize your time the best you can, and you really got to push yourself, because it's possible. You have to get focused, and you have to continue to think and feel in the direction where you want to go. Continue to see yourself becoming what it is you want. All right, Earl Nightingale said, "We become what we think about." If you think about yourself as a nobody or someone who can't, that's what you're going to become. You're going to become what the world forces you to become. Most people work their whole life, and they still feel unfulfilled. And I'm not knocking anybody that works, but what I'm saying is your life and your dream is more valuable than what you don't feel like doing at a certain particular point in time, whether that's doing something you want to do and you don't feel like doing it, or that's doing something that you don't want to do and you don't feel like doing it. The things that you don't want to do that you could say that you stay consistent with will eventually get you to a place where you want to be. You may not want to do it, but it's not forever. It's only temporary. And you really have to tell yourself that, and you really have to believe that. So if you're in a situation or you're at a job that's not really ideal for you, do your best to not get upset. Do your best to not get mad. Just continue to tell yourself, I'm not going to be here forever because I'm going to make sure that I work towards creating what I want for myself. I'm not going to be here forever. And a lot of us give that energy off. A lot of our aura gives that energy off when we're at these particular jobs. We're not going to be there forever. God has a bigger plan for us. God has something better for us. And a lot of these people, they know that you're anointed and never disappointed. But you don't want to look at the negative side of things. You want to look at things you want to look at things from a positive point of view. You want to see things the best way you can. And that's being optimistic, looking at the glass half full. It takes work on your mind. Some days it's going to be easier than others. Some days your negative mindset or your negative thoughts or the world mind may take over. But that's where you gotta pray so that way you could change your mind. That way you could be changed. That way you could be renewed, and that way you could get back in the game and get back on top of things. Because the person that think no matter what you're going through, no matter how you feel, whatever you think you can do it. Well, I just worked 12 hours. I just worked 14 hours. You better take you a power nap and get up and work on your dream. You better take you a shower, get you something quick to eat, make you some food or make you some dinner, kiss your wife and kids goodnight, and let them go to bed. And you work on something for an hour or two. All right. You gotta find something that you can do no matter how much you work, no matter how tired you are, no matter how drained you are, no matter how evil people are, no matter how narcissistic people are, no matter how difficult or challenging things may be, or however you think things are going for you. You got to turn your mind around. And I'm about to either do another live stream or another video after this. Probably a video. I'm not sure if I do want to make that a live stream, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. But just keep taking steps towards your goal. That's it. That's it. Forward movement is better than just being at a standstill and having all these great ideas. A great idea cannot be fully great without being acted upon. You got to take those ideas and you got to act upon them. Whatever negative thinking, whatever negative upbringing, whatever negative thought process, you got to be able to work past that. You got to do it anyhow. All right. Les Brown said, feel the fear and do it anyhow. If there's something you're afraid to do, feel the fear and do it anyhow. If there's something you don't know how to do, feel the uncertainty and do it anyhow. Things don't have to be perfect. Things don't have to be right. They just have to be done. And they have to be done with a level of urgency, with a level of professionalism, basically just putting your all into something, because regardless of what a man may tell you, or regardless of what the world may tell you, God sees what you're doing, and the universe will open a door will open up for you in the universe where everybody will tell you no. God will create a reality for you to get some yeses. They may tell you you got the worst product in the world. They may tell you what you're doing isn't going to help anyone. They may tell you all these negative things. If you keep pushing and you don't give up, you will get somewhere. And that somewhere might even be a stepping stone to where you actually want to be. And that somewhere may end up being better than where you were. You shoot for the moon, land on a star or a cloud, or however the saying goes. So some steps in the right direction may not end up getting you to the promised land or where you want to go, but it's better than being where you were if you could get even the slightest breakthrough. And you're right, you don't need anybody's validation. But due to some people's programming, you never know how a person's mind is set up. There's some wicked programming out here where some people were programmed to consider other people's opinions over their own. Some people's programming. Some people were programmed to value other people's opinions over their own. Yeah, some people are programmed to literally need attention. It's a lot of these spirits are programmed to literally need attention. That's very true. So it is what it is. Depending on how a person's mind is set up, that's what they have to work with. So a lot of people would rather just work from home. It's less anxiety, I feel. You don't have to be around people projecting evil at you and negativity at you and wanting to just start trouble with you and cause problems with you for no reason while you're trying to make your money. But if you really honestly feel and hear what I'm saying, then entrepreneurship is probably the best route for you. Being self employed is probably the best route for you. It's going to take a lot of your leisure time away from you. You're not going to be able to watch shorts. You're not going to be able to watch videos and be entertained. You're not going to be able to watch TV or movies or your Netflix or whatever uh, um, uh, app you got to entertain yourself. It's going to take dedication and discipline, even when you don't feel like doing it. But even when you really don't feel like doing something, that's when you have to picture yourself at the end because that will motivate you. Because other people aren't always going to be able to motivate you. You're going to hear something and it's not going to get you going like that. But discipline, you have discipline is doing things even when you don't feel motivated. But for some of us who need a little extra kick, need a little extra push, need a little extra punch to get up and get going. So that way you can continue on this path of discipline and responsibilities. Picture yourself at the end. If you don't feel like doing it that day, don't see yourself in the reality that you have now. Don't see yourself being the person that you are now. See yourself as the person that you wish to be. That's another thing Earl Nightingale said. He said, see yourself as the person that you wish to be. If you, in your mind's eye, see yourself as the person that you wish to be, that means you're thinking about yourself differently than how you currently may see yourself. If I explain that correctly, because he said we become what we think about. All right, see yourself as the one you wish to be. You see yourself as the one you wish to be, you're not gonna be able to be stopped from doing things that are going to push you in the direction that you want to go. Because you're gonna look at the reality that you're in right now and just see it as a clock. Okay, I could do things every day, and that will continue to allow me to move forward. That will continue to allow me to take a positive step in the direction that I want to go. And more ideas will come to you. Some doors will begin to open up for you. Some possibilities. You may see some possibilities or some things that you've never seen before when you look at your situation or you look at yourself. Oh, I didn't see that before. Oh, I didn't think that way before. So, this was pretty much kind of like a poll take motivation type kind of video. Hope I didn't get off topic or anything like that, but I just wanted to hopefully hopefully get some people's minds going on how they could do some things that are different, add some value to some people. That's what it's all about. Add some value to some people's lives. So hope everybody appreciated this live stream. This was just a live stream on seeing whether people would work from home, or would you rather work at an office. There's a lot of spirits at these offices today, with spiritual warfare being at an all-time high, gaslighting being at an all-time high, dealing with problems at your job, human resources gaslighting the hell out of you. Oh, I don't see that in that person. And then as soon as you walk out the office, before you even get to walk out the office, here comes this devil just walking right past you. Like negative people know what their energy does. It drives positivity away, drives positive people out. Unless you're ready to argue and unless you're ready to, you know, put your foot in somebody. Nobody's really trying to get into that at their job. So to alleviate all that stress, most people just would rather work from home or start their own business. So I suggest you to be not only motivated, not only inspired, but to be disciplined enough to do some things that will change some things for you, so that way you can grow. That way you could grow into your own business. You could grow into an entrepreneur. You could grow into your dream. You could grow into becoming your own boss, because not only is working for people whack as hell, but it's gonna be obsolete within the next 10, maybe 15 years. Working for people could be obsolete. All the technology that we have, people are probably going to be working from home anyway. But all the technology that they have, do you think they like things change? They used to have a whole bunch of factories. Everybody's grandma, everybody probably has a story about one of their relatives, or grandma, or dad, or auntie, or uncle, whoever, working at a factory. Now you see some of those factories, they're shut down. They either move them to another country, or they build a robot to be able to take care of all that themselves. And again, job just stands for just over broke. They're paying you enough just to come back there. The boss is not going to pay you enough to move in next door to him. Your boss is not going to pay you enough money to move next door to him. And if you try to save enough money to do it, they might even let you go. You better not be letting off any hints of arrogance, because you got your stuff together. They see you feeling good because you're not a whole idiot with how you live your life. But we're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother video right there. But if anybody has any questions, that's really it for that discussion. All right. We pretty much boop 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 beat that thing up, beat it down, knocked it out. If anybody has any questions, now is the time to answer. Now's the time to ask. Yeah, he said they're about to build the third temple. We may not have 10 to 15 left. I'm gonna drop some. I'm about to do some videos that kind of are leaning in that direction anyway. So yeah, shout out to Rachel O. Shout out to Mac Land Betting. Shout out to Smiles Reed. Shout out to the Bread Man. Shout out to Michael K. Shout out to Exiting the Matrix. Shout out to Dream Life Oracle. Shout out to everybody enjoying this live stream. Shout out to Brother Charles. Shout out to... Okay, there's a couple weirdos in here. Yeah, shout out to Shreya, the God Lover. Shout out to everybody kicking it with me, man, and enjoying this live stream. So, embrace who you are, embrace what you want to do with your life, embrace what you want to be. So, I mean, if anybody doesn't have any questions, I think that's it. I'm probably going to end this stream real quick. A lot of people do tend to become jealous about your work ethic. Sometimes, like, oh man, I'm the type of person where I know you're not supposed to show the hand you're dealt or put all your cards on the table and all those other sayings like that, but like, man, it kills it, like feels like I'm dying when I'm dumbing myself down. It's just that, like, I can do with not letting you know some things, but like the whole ass kissing of having to like be around certain people is like, man, it's like it's just not in my spirit to do a lot of the things that I see people do. It's like you all gotta like rally around one person. You have to surround yourself around one person. You gotta give your energy and your life force to this one person. Everybody's just, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, hey, hi, oh yeah. Like, man, like miss me with that, man. Like all that is like, it's, I don't know, it's not for me. I can't do it. Not gonna force myself to do it. I'll do it as much as I can, and that's why you got to be smart when it comes to choosing the type of employment that's best for you. Some of these people at these jobs require you to give them a level of admiration. They want you to admire them. They want you to look up to them. They want you to see them as better than yourself or look at them as better than yourself. They walk past or whatever. If you're doing something, they don't want you to just pay attention to what you're doing. They stop and stand there, and you're not going to speak to me or say hi to me with the like attitude like that. What would make me want to do that in the first place? Ain't nobody in their right spirit is going to want to deal with that mess. Get out my face. Like, get all the way out my face. Nobody with that spirit is gonna want to deal with that. I mean, nobody who nobody's gonna want to deal with that type of spirit anyhow. So, if anybody doesn't have any questions, y'all can see I'm yawning. I'm about to get up on out of here and find some more things to do. So I appreciate everybody for checking out the live stream. We got 34 likes. We got 16 people remaining up in here. I appreciate everybody for checking out the live stream. I'll see you all later. I'm about to upload some more to my channel, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace. Hey, Brett, man, I appreciate that. I'll catch you later.